Alright, welcome to Santa Barbara Wargaming. We have another battle report for you today. 35 points, Retribution versus Circle, and surprise, I'm not playing Retribution. I'm bringing Chromac the Ravenous, a Warpwolf Stalker, a Druid Wilder, Pureblood Warpwolf, Wold Warden, Swamp Gobber Bellows Crew, and full Blood Trackers plus Nuala. We're playing No Man's Land, a scenario from the new league, the Gnarls, and Michael is bringing
a huge variety of things. Basically, I'm fairly new to Warmachine Hordes. Aaron, in his benevolence, decided that Snipe Feed Go with Raven might be possibly within my realm of expertise, and I might be able to pull it off. So I've got 2 Mage Hunter Assassins, Raven tucked back here, Phoenix and Discordia as my heavies. I've got 4 Stormfall Archers, who so far I love, and the Mage Hunter Strike Force with UA. Should be an interesting experience. Oh, Ghost Sniper lurking in the back. He's so stealthy I forget he's there.
Not much happened. I ran everything up except for Chromac. Chromac cast Invaluable Resolve on the Wold Warden, Wild Aggression on the Pureblood, and Warpath on himself.
Nice. Alright, Retribution turn 1. General advance with the Mage Hunter Strike Force just to sort of get forward into a better position. Jack's moved up just to wait for everything to sort of move into range next turn. All the skirmishers out front with stealth causes a little bit of problems, so I don't want to push in too far. This assassin activated and went in and took out one. What the hell are they called?
Blood Tracker.
Blood Tracker. Otherwise, though, pretty conservative. I kept the Stormfall Archers back in order to start AoE hunting. Got a few kills there, that was productive. Snipe on them from Raven, certainly, well, doesn't help that much, but it'll be useful for future turns. That was about it. Oh yeah, and Veil of Mists
slash Tears.
Yeah, Veil of Tears. Emo Elves, I threw the Cloud Effect down just to block off some shooting lanes in the middle.
I had some really hot dice on my turn. I charged the Blood Trackers into the Mage Hunter Strike Force, killing 2 of them, and then my Warpwolf, Pureblood Warpwolf, walked over and sprayed his 2 assassins, killing both of them, needing 10s on boosted dice. I then ran both my Stalker and my Warden, popped a Cloud from my Swamp Gobbers, and that was pretty much all I did this turn.
Bottom round 2 for Retribution. I basically moved my Mage Hunter Strike Force to combat the Blood Trackers. I was able to move 1 into the zone in order to contest it, which is fortunate for me. Discordia moved up to the wall. She sprayed the
Wold Warden.
Sprayed the Wold Warden, did some damage. Stormfall Archers with Snipe were able to do a little bit more, but Arm 20 is tough. Raven dropped a Veil of Mists, hopefully to help insulate against the oncoming spray attack. Phoenix shuffle a little bit so that spray doesn't end up hitting Raven as well. That's about it for this turn.
So on my turn, I killed a few Mage Hunter Strike Forces. I sprayed the Phoenix, did a little bit of damage, and that's pretty much it. It was kind of just positioning. Michael played a really good defensive game and really denied allowing me getting my heavies in there.
You do get a point.
I do get a point. So he'll have to come to me.
Yeah, baby. Fairly productive turn for Ret. Mage Hunter Strike Force continues to fight off the Blood Trackers. I was able to move a model into the zone of contest, which is always useful. Discordia had a big spray turn. I was able to place the spray over a number of models, which was great. The spray combined with the Stormfall Archers was able to do some pretty heavy damage to the Wold Warden, which was certainly great. It would have been nice to help knock out a system with the Ghost Sniper, but he rolled Snake Eyes to hit, which is always lovely. Phoenix over here is getting into combat. Was able to do some respectable damage with some boosted attacks, but not quite what I would have liked. Oh, and Raven's running for her life.
Run away! Alright, so circle turn. I charged the Phoenix with my Warpwolf, did a fair amount of damage. I charged Discordia with my other Warpwolf, also did a fair amount of damage, in neither case wrecking them though. The Wold Warden advanced and Geomancied Rift into the Stormfall Archers, killing 3 of them. The Druid Wilder took the Fury off the Pureblood. The Blood Trackers killed a Mage Hunter Strike Force member, triggering Warpath. And the last Swamp Grubber ran to engage the last Stormfall Archer. So they're hanging out, being bros. So we'll see what Michael has for me.
Interestingly enough, still in the game, Discordia and Raven tag teamed to finish off one of the heavies they had to fight.
I've seen that video.
The Stormfall Archer risked the free strike and was able to finish off the Wold Warden with the Ghost Sniper's help. Phoenix I basically abandoned to hopefully live as long as possible. He reshuffled and immolated and was able to do some damage, which is always a wonderful thing. I forgot to attack with Mage Hunter Strike Force because I was so excited about other opportunities, which basically makes me an idiot, but overall not a terrible turn.
Alright, so on my turn, Chromac went into beast form, walked over, leapt onto Raven, and fucked her to death.
It was pretty horrible, but some people will pay a lot on the internet to watch. I believe it's illegal in most states.
We're putting it on the internet for free, so...
Yeah!
Well, free now.
Free now.
Right, get it while you can.
It's true. It's true. It'll be like a celebrity porn video. It'll start out free, and then we can sell it to a publishing company for a lot.
Nice.
Chromac, Raven, hot. X.
So thoughts on the game. I felt pretty happy with my performance. I don't think I made any really big errors. I don't think I used Warpath as well as I should have. And my Stalker was pretty underutilized because I wasn't able to... I should have thrown my Stalker at the Mage Hunter Strike Force instead of my Blood Trackers. That was an error. I should have kept my Blood Trackers more back. It's easy when you have an advanced deploy unit to just throw them forward and expect them to do things, but the Mage Hunter Strike Force ended up just bogging them down the whole game. And they weren't prey. I should have either prayed the Mage Hunter Strike Force and gone after them, or prayed something else and not gone after them. Instead, I hedged my bets, and it just didn't end well for me.
You prayed the Phoenix, right?
I prayed the Phoenix because I was worried that he would counter my Blood Trackers with the Phoenix, because the Phoenix has such great anti-infantry, and without prey they wouldn't have been able to scratch the Phoenix. That didn't happen though, so it was kind of, in hindsight, a poor move on my part. On Michael's part, he kind of spread out damage a little too much. Out his last turn, he managed to kill 2 of my beasts, but if he had concentrated fire a little more and taken out some of my beasts early, that would have probably been more beneficial to him. But he's definitely a new player and he's learning a lot, so I'm excited to see how he'll be playing in a month's time. Any thoughts, Michael?
I'm not sure about the spreading out fire because I basically just shot at Wold Warden for a while. I'm not sure I actually shot at anybody else at any point. I feel pretty good about it. I should have popped Raven's Feet turn 2 or turn 3 to try to make things a little more devastating. I think that was definitely a missed opportunity because I had 1 or 2 really key shooting phases where every point of damage would have made a significant difference. I'm fairly happy with the way everything performed. I think that committing Raven to combat in hindsight was probably a mistake given Chromac's capabilities, but you live, you learn.
Yeah, I was going to say lesson learned, right?
You know, it's always hard to formulate a battle plan when you don't really know what your opposing army does. But yeah, no, it was a good lesson learned, and truth be told, I think that running around with Raven would not have been super gratifying, and I think that Discordia might have fallen over dead anyway, and Raven would have been next, so I'm not really sure I would have done too much differently at that point. Overall, it was a good game.
And to be honest, you did focus quite a bit of fire on the Wold Warden, but with Invaluable Resolve on the Wold Warden, he's armor 20,
Sure.
He's got a huge amount of damage boxes.
Yeah.
A lot of models in this game have such high damage boxes and high armor that a lot of times it's easier to go around them than try to beat your head against the wall. Khador, a lot of Khador things come to mind, like the Behemoth or Devastators, where it's easier just to throw them or slam them, get them out of the way, ignore them, take out the rest of the army, and then deal with them in your own sweet time. Because usually, like things like the Wold Warden and Behemoth and lots of heavy-duty models like that aren't as fast and not as quite as much utility.
Interesting. What did you guys think of the scenario?
It was a great scenario. It really forced us to come forward, kept both of us from camping in a forest in my case, or in a corner in Michael's case, and just shelling each other. So I enjoyed it. I think this 2012 scenarios and the Gnarls League scenarios are pretty good. Alright, thank you for watching, everyone. We're from Santa Barbara Wargaming. Hope you'll tune in again, and hopefully we'll see you at Lock and Load. Alright, welcome to Santa Barbara Wargaming. We have another battle report.